Hi everybody, welcome to Teen Yoga at Total Therapy Studios. My name is Annya. I'm gonna do a short yoga practice with you today, which contains some of the iconic postures people associate with yoga. I'll explain how to get into them, and then we do some breathing at the end, which will help you to calm down and focus. So all you need to do yoga is a little space where you don't bump into anything. And we're going to be starting today by standing up in mountain pose. So find your space, feet are a little apart, lifting both shoulders up to your ears, and then as you breathe out, let the shoulders drop down. Lifting the toes up, rocking a little bit from side to side, feel the bony part of the foot making contact with the floor, and then slowly let the toes come down. Baby toe first, one after the other. Maybe try to grip with your toes, whatever it is you're standing on, and carpet. And then we breathe in, lifting both arms up along our ears, straightening the elbows, looking up at the fingertips. Maybe getting the palms together so they form a little roof over our head. And as you breathe out, bend forwards, hands to the ground. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me better. Let your head hang, shake your head, say yes or no. Let the arms be really heavy. And then bending the knees a little. Put your hands onto your lower legs. And as you breathe in, you straighten the legs. And make your upper body quite long, so you're sending your bum back and the top of the head forward. Breathe out again, bending the knees. Maybe go a little lower this time. Breathe in, straightening the legs. And one more time, bend the knees. Lower still. Put your hands on the floor and come onto all fours. We're gonna do a little bit for our tummy and the back muscles, moving the spine. We're gonna come into cat-cow flow. So the cow part of this is where you breathe in, you drop your belly, stick your bum out and lift your head up a little. And when you're ready to breathe out, you turn into a cat, you round your back, lengthen your arms, let your head hang. And when you're ready to breathe in, you turn back into a cow. And just finding your breath here. See how slowly or fast you're breathing, moving from one position to the other. You can do this as long as you like. Sometimes the back feels a little stiffer than on other days. But when you're done, you come to a still four-legged position again. We're going to find plank. Starting by straightening the right leg behind and pushing the heel away. Maybe rock a little backwards and forwards. And then the left leg does the same. Full plank. Or if you don't feel very strong today, you can do this on your knees. Just having a little weight forward on your hands. And we're gonna find our downward facing dog. So the way you do that is you wait until you're ready to breathe out. Then you lift your bum up and push it back. You want to lengthen your arms and push the heels towards the floor. They're possibly not reached, but it doesn't matter. And when you're ready to breathe in again, you go back to plank. Breathe out into dog. Breathe into plank. And again, you can do this as often as you like. If you feel really energetic, just do loads of those. And we're finishing off in downward facing dog, and from there you walk your feet all the way forward to your wrists and your back, and that ragdoll where your upper body just hangs, just shaking your shoulders out again one more time. And then step the right leg behind you, knee down. You can keep your toes tucked here. You can also have your hands on the inside of the front leg, depending what you find more comfortable. Pushing the right hand into the ground, you lift your left hand up. I know I'm turning the back to you, but you see how my spine's rotating here. Maybe look up at the fingertips too. And we're going to do a few cycles with the upper arm. You breathe out, let it come back and round forward again. And one more round. Again, you can do that as often as you like. And we're going to stop just at 3. And from here, you lift your right knee up to the leg behind you. And you push that heel away. And then bring it slowly down again. Lift up, straighten the leg. And down. Lifting up, straightening. And we're going to stay up this time. And as you breathe in, you bring your upper body up. In a high lunge again, keeping that back leg straight. Hands onto your hips. And from here we're going to find our warrior 2. So you turn to the right, let your right heel come down. And then lifting both arms up, parallel to the floor, looking over your left middle finger, that's the hand at the front. Relaxing the shoulders. Pushing the feet firmly into the ground. And as you breathe in, straightening the front leg, maybe you want to go a little deeper by sliding the foot a little further away, depending how strong you feel today. And again, you can swap from one to the other as often as you like. We're finishing with our legs straight and let the hands come behind us. I'm going to interlace the fingers and then lengthening the arms. Feel how that opens your front. And then we're going to turn the left foot in so it's parallel to the right. Breathing in. And when we breathe out, we're folding forward. So upper body comes forward and then hanging down. If you like, you can let the arms drop forward as well. So lovely tug at the shoulders. And from here, gently release your fingers, making a big circle, finding your feet. And as you breathe in, coming back up, hands on your hip, and we found the warrior on the other side now. Turning the right foot to the other end of your space. And then lifting both arms up, parallel to the floor. Bending the front leg. Looking over the middle finger of the hand in front. And again, swap between a straight leg and a bent leg. And if you want to go a little deeper, you can move the front foot further away. So you feel you can sink a little deeper into your warrior. And as you breathe out, find the hands to your hips. We're going to turn to the front of our towards our front foot again. So the heel at the back comes up. You can feel, if you have your hands on your hips, you can feel how the hips turn to the side. And as you breathe out, bring the hands to the floor. Bring the knee to the floor. This time place the left hand firmly on the ground, lifting the right up and reaching up. Maybe trying to make your top arm a little longer. So if you're nearly touching something, just a little reach. And then let's do a few circles with the top arm. Swing back, down and back up. You can do that as often as you like. We're going to stop at 3. And from here, you're going to lift your rear knee, pushing the heel back. Gently bring it down again. Lift up and straighten. And gently bring it down. And lift up. And from here, we're going to find our downward facing dog. So as you breathe out, lifting your bum up, get that foot out from underneath. And there you are. Back in your down dog. As you breathe in, your arms will become really, really long. And as you breathe out, you want to push your ribs towards your thighs. You might want to bend your legs. And then we're going to come onto all fours. You can be in a little knee plank where you are a little further, the knees are a little further behind you. And then we go forward into an upward facing dog. Pushing the chest forward, lifting the head a little bit. You can keep your toes tucked or flat. If you feel really strong, you can try lifting your knees up. And then we're going to go back into child's pose. Sitting on the heels, arms stay long. Coming up into the knee plank, and very slowly as you breathe out, letting the tummy come forward, stretching the entire front of the body up, lift the head a little, and breathe out, going back into child's pose. And again, you can do this as often as you like. From here, we're going to come to lie on the side, starting by putting the lower arm down, so you're on your elbow, your feet are stacked. We're going to come into a side plank, so you don't want to lie on your front. You really make sure that that hip bone is on top of the one underneath, and then we're lifting the hip up. Maybe let go of the front and breathe out, just letting the hips sink down, and you feel your spine making a lovely curve here. And then coming back up again and down. And again, you can do as often as many as you like. And of course, always do two sides. Finding your place here, stack your feet, hips on top. And when you're ready, lifting them up. Hold it as long as you like, or swap between one or the other. And let's do one more here. If you want to do this practice again, you can always stop and just do more. Stop the video and do more yourself. And then come to lie on your front. Again, the elbows down in Sphinx pose. Lengthening the legs a little away from you, so you want to point one, become really long. And then pulling your upper body forward, so you feel the stretch at the front of your tummy. And then we're going to come to lie on the front. Move the elbows out sideways, arms by the side of your body, palms up. Then you're going to do locust pose, lifting the legs a little off the floor, feet pointed, and then let the upper body come up as well. You want to, with the palms up, imagine you want your fingertips reaching your feet. And as you breathe out, come to lie down again. Come up and lift. And down. Do as many repetitions as you like. And when you're done, straightening the arms out in front of you and roll onto your back again. Here comes the best part of yoga, Shavasana, lying down, do nothing. You can lift your feet up on something if you've got a chair there. You can stay lying on your front as well. And I just want to finish the practice today with a little breathing practice. You could do this by just having your hands resting on your tummy, just below the ribs. It's really nice also to have the knees bend. And you could also play with your feet. You could have them a little outwards so the knees drop in. You don't have to hold anything. And then just listen to your breath. Just feel what moves when the body just breathes itself. And the breathing technique I quite like to do with you is also called square breathing. It's really useful to help yourself calming, focus. Brilliant when you just have to sit an exam and you're really, really nervous and lots of butterflies in your tummy. So what you do is you imagine that a piece of paper in front of you. It's a portrait, so it's the long sides are up. And imagine you start to breathe from the bottom left corner. And as you breathe in, you mentally walk up to the top left corner. And then you hold your breath inside your lungs as you mentally walk over to the right side of the paper. And then you breathe out, walking yourself down to the bottom right corner. And then you hold your breath again and you walk mentally back to the first corner at the bottom left. So you see just breathing around the square. I'm just going to sit up. So we're going to do this for a couple of minutes, starting in one corner, breathing up to the top left. Hold the breath as we go along. And then you breathe out. It's the same amount of time you take to breathe out as you take in. And then you hold your breath again when you arrive there, going back to the starting point. And if you get in a muddle, you just start again. Let the body breathe itself for a while until you find your rhythm, and then give it another go. Or just simply stay by watching what the breath is doing on its own. And when you're ready to come up again, maybe start with a long stretch. Arms over your head, legs really long. And as you breathe in, bring your knees into your body. Obviously you're lying down. I've already sat up. Squeezing the knees on top, and then roll onto one side before you come back up into a seated position. And when you're back up there, pat yourself on the back, saying well done for doing some yoga practice, whether that's a new practice or something you've done before. Thank you very much for joining me. Namaste.